In September in 2019, at St John's Church here in Weymouth, we launched a Renewal Project. The questions behind the project were, how can we use this amazing building to glorify God and to bless our community? And so as a church, we set about dreaming and imagining of all the things that could be here, all the things that could take place. And we started to think about what we would need to do to the building and to the grounds in order to make it a more welcoming, hospitable, accessible and attractive space for people coming in to worship, and also as a place where we can meet local needs in the community. It's been a really exciting 2 years of activity, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some of the progress that we've made. One of the very first things we did was to get the decorators in. All of the walls needed a coat of paint, and so in the summer of 2020 the whole church from floor to ceiling was covered in scaffolding, and as a result the church now just looks a lot lighter and a lot fresher. At the same time, we did a lot of work with our lights, and so a lot of the existing lights, the bulbs have been replaced, and we also have many new lights installed in different parts of the church, which make the whole church feel lighter and brighter, but also give us the opportunity to accentuate some of the more interesting and historic facets of the church. And they'll really add to the atmospherics. When we have our Christmas services, the services we hold in the colder, darker months, the church is just going to look so good. But isn't it great to see the church looking so light and so bright? And as well as looking up at the lights and the walls, we also need to look down at the floor, because the whole church has been recarpeted. A carpet that had been there since, I think, 1986 really needed to go, and so we're delighted that a new carpet has been laid and the flooring made more secure underneath it. One of the most important things in this project was sorting out the heating. If you've been in church over the last few winters, you'll know it's been so cold. We've had so many problems with the heating. And so we now have a new heater, which is working well, and it won't be long until we start needing it as well. So another fantastic improvement to the church is a heating system that is working and working well. The area at the back of the church is now much more usable as a space. We wanted this space to be a place where people can mill around and have their teas and coffees, a place we can set up cafe style midweek. And as you can see at the moment, it's full of toys for toddlers and babies, which we really hope will be a blessing to parents as they attend church on a Sunday and events through the week as well. That space is now so much more usable because the font which was there has been moved. Now, this was an incredible feat of engineering. It was amazing to see it happen, but the font was taken out of the ground. New foundations have been created here, and the font is here. Currently, it's being used for one of our eco church displays, but the fact that it's here now gives it a more prominent place. It will allow us to use it as a prayer station, as a place for people to come and remember their baptism, to think about their faith. So we're really glad that that's been moved, because it accentuates the font and it also frees up the space at the back for those community gatherings. One of the frustrations in the building until recently was that it was difficult for some people to access the dais or the stage, as well as the chancel. Now, the chancel, as we'll see in a moment, is perhaps the most architecturally interesting and beautiful part of the church, but not everybody could get there because there were several steps in the way. And so one of the innovations that we're so pleased about is this fantastic ramp. So I'm going to walk up the ramp now, and so if you're in a wheelchair, or even if you're pushing a pram, or if you would just rather use the ramp than negotiate the steps, you can make your way up the ramp to the dais. Now, I'm on the dais now, which is in church what we call the stage, and the stage has gone up one level. So now once you're on the stage, you don't have to go any further to get into the chancel. So before you had to take another step, and now here we are in the chancel, so much more accessible. And we want this place to be a place where people can come and pray, find a sense of peace, a sense of awe and wonder as they spend time reflecting, being in God's presence, and just enjoying what is up here as well. And the fact that we've made these accessibility changes opens up the possibility of communion being served from the chancel on Sunday mornings more often as well. So another really great step forward. And perhaps the most exciting part of the project is the room I'm just about to show you. Until recently, St John's had a kitchenette, a space where we could do tea and coffee, but not really a whole lot more. But we so believe that hospitality is part of the mission of the church, and so it is with great excitement that I can show you this fantastic new room here, our brand new kitchen facility. And you can just have a little look at it there. It's going to open up so many opportunities for us in terms of hospitality, meeting local needs, and we're just so excited about seeing the kitchen up and running and seeing it used. All of the progress that we've made in the church, the things I've just shown you, are all thanks to your generosity. And so a huge thank you to those of you who have given your time to planning this project, those who have given your prayers to this project, those who have given your money to this project, and those of you who have been able to roll up your sleeves and give your skill and your energy and your hard work. We really, really appreciate it. None of it would have happened without that. And so thank you. We really appreciate it so, so much. So as you can see, so much has happened, and we are so thankful to God and to the church community here for all that has been. It raises the question, is it over? Is it done? And the answer is, not yet, not quite. When we began this fundraising campaign 2 years ago, we painted a broad picture of all that we would like to achieve here in the church. And with the money that was so generously given, we've done all that we could. And if you'd like to have a detailed conversation about the way that money has been spent, you're welcome to do that. Contact me or contact our treasurer, and we'll gladly talk you through the decision-making process that has meant that we've spent what we have spent on the various elements of the project. I promise you, we've been as responsible as we could have been. But there are things that we still are yet to do. We don't want to walk away from a project unfinished. We want to finish this. We want to get over the line so that the church is ready for all the things that we are looking forward to being able to do with it, and so that it will be ready for future generations to enjoy as well. So here are the things that we still need to do. We need to replace these chairs. They've been here since 1986. Many of them are broken. All of them are heavy. They all look pretty tatty. And in order that the church can be used more flexibly and look more attractive and be more comfortable, these chairs have to go, and we have to replace them. And what we want to do is replace them with lightweight, movable, stackable chairs, which will enhance our seating on every level. That's going to cost a bit of money, and so we need to fundraise for that. We also need to improve the car park. This has long been talked about, that our car park is chaotic on a Sunday morning, so much so that sometimes it puts people off attending church. But we have local planning permission and permission from the diocese to increase the size of the car park at both ends of the church. That will be a significant development for us. We're also looking at making a couple of other changes on the outside of the building. One is to put a fence across the heater. That's really needed from a health and safety point of view and from an aesthetic point of view as well. And we also need to put iron gates in over the west porch, where we currently just have temporary wooden gates. And inside the church, there are one or two bits that we'd like to do as well. We really need to improve our projection system. You can see our projection screen up there. Two problems with that. One is just a bit too small. And secondly, it detracts from the view of the chancel, which is where some of the most beautiful woodwork and stonework features are to be seen. And so we would really like to explore our options in how to improve the way in which we project images and words around the church. And so these are the things we want to do in order to make sure that we can say the Renewal Project is done. We don't want to be coming back to you as a church every year saying, let's go again, let's go again, let's go again. Here's what I want to say to you now as a church. This building is amazing. It's a blessing. It's prominent. It's now accessible. It is here ready and waiting for worship, for evangelism, for social action, for hospitality, all of the things we've been hoping for, all the things we've been dreaming about. But to do that really, really well, we have to address those final few things. So I'm asking you again, or if you're new to the church, maybe for the first time, if you would consider giving financially and prayerfully to this project. Many prayers have been said, many pounds have already been given. But the question, the challenge to me and to us as a church is, can we go again? Can we go a little bit further in order that we can get this project finished so that this place can do those two things, glorify God and bless our community? Well, bless you for watching, and bless you for all that you have given, and bless you as you consider how you might be able to support this project as we go into the future. And on the website, you can find all of the information about how you can give, and the information for the website is here on the screen. So thank you for your time. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.